Good morning everyone and welcome back to Crypto Conversation. This morning let's go ahead and go through some interesting news and opinions, especially the market is completely down and it's really important for us to keep ourselves updated and really see what's going on and what are the different opinions coming on from different various people. So welcome back. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and let's jump right into it. So now the first opinion is this is a managing director of a company called Grayscale.co. Now Grayscale.co is a company which actually invests into Bitcoin and Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies. And so the managing director Michael Sonesian was on Bloomberg.
Does this come as a surprise to you? It actually isn't surprising at all. I think from our seats in the industry, we're looking for regulation.
He was on Bloomberg, and what he's predicting is quite interesting. So what he has to say is that Bitcoin is either going to be $1 million or maybe even more, or it's all going back to zero. Well, of course, we all like to believe that it's going to $1 million. I don't really see that it's all going to zero, at least Bitcoin, at least in a couple of years from now. And looking at the currency market right now, and a lot of people might think that, well, this is all crashing, it was all a bubble. I mean, you know, there's this tweet from Pomp, which I really follow this guy because I think this guy is quite exciting and he comes out with some amazing tweet. And he has tweeted that when the dot-com bubble actually burst, it was about $5+ trillion in value. And right now the market cap of the cryptocurrency is not even a $400 billion. So even if at all there has to be a bubble, there will be a bubble in the cryptocurrency market that has not come as yet. So let's take his other point, which is saying that if it survives, it will reach. So this is what is in own words. It will either survive or become all these amazing things that we think it can be, which can cause its price to be a lot higher. And how high it could go? It could go probably more than $1 million. And I want to relate that news with one of the predictions that was made by Niall Ferguson, who is one of the economists. And not only he said that the Bitcoins might touch $1 million, there is a calculation for that here, but he also said the banks of the current financial system is going to be disappearing. So he says that central bankers are being warned by researchers that crypto revolution will overtake the system they are in charge of preserving, which is the banking system is going to be overtaken by the cryptocurrency. So here is how he actually calculated the price of the Bitcoin. He said, now this is very interesting. So let's have a look. The maximum number of Bitcoins that can be created is 21 million. So what is the worth of a Bitcoin? Let's say, according to this guy, he said that either it's going to zero, which I mean, most people would not think it's going to zero. That's what we all want to believe. Again, this is not a financial or investment advice. The cryptocurrency markets are risky, as you know. But let's say if he's saying it's going to go to amazing heights, what does that amazing height looks like? So he said that there are 21 millions in Bitcoin. The number of millionaires in the world, according to the credit issue, is 36 million. Their total wealth is $128 trillion. If millionaires collectively decide to hold just 1% of their total wealth as Bitcoin, the price of a Bitcoin would be $15,000. Right now it's about $7,000. That is 1%. But north of $60,000. If they raise that to 5%, if that 1% goes to 5%, the right price for Bitcoin would be about $300,000. I'm not saying this is a certain to happen. I'm just saying my teenage son thinks it could. And this is what I think most of the teenagers and most of us people actually think, that the Bitcoin would reach about $300,000 or $1 million. So this is from one of the economists. So this is not something like just like that. And he also mentioned that this is not the first time an economic has predicted the price of the Bitcoin. It has also been predicted by Professor Robert Shiller, who received the 2013 Nobel Prize in Economics and is famous for his index pricing, right? So definitely an exciting time. I mean, yes, the market is down, but I do see that this is only an opportunity to pick up more of the Bitcoin for the people who really believe into it. Uh, Coming back to the adoption, as you can see, Prague has installed about 10 new Bitcoins. So there's an adoption happening every day. One of the largest Bitcoin ATM manufacturers in the world generates Byte. General Byte has recently installed new cryptocurrency ATMs throughout the Prague subway, and which is about 10 Bitcoin ATMs. Quickly going through all of this. Yesterday, Poloniex did respond to the frozen accounts complaint. Now, what did they have to say? That we have been acquired by this company called Circle, which Goldman Sachs. We have to follow certain rules and regulations, and so we are actually freezing accounts. Now, I completely agree with that. My only concern yesterday when I tweeted this is that not that you should not be doing a KYC and you should not be. My only concern was that, at least you should be doing KYC only for the new onboard customers and also for the people who want to deposit new money. But at least for the people who already have money, let them withdraw. For withdrawing, there should be no KYC, at least for the older customer. That was my only concern. If there is a KYC, make it easy, because I think there are thousands or maybe millions of people who got their funds on Poloniex, and maybe some of the people might not be able to produce your identity because you are operating from US and you have users from all across the globe. So it may not be possible for everyone to produce those identity and withdraw their funds, and that is where the problem actually comes. So that was my only concern. I mean, I'm completely fine that you're doing KYC and things like that. You should definitely do. So that was my only concern. Let me know if in the comment box below if you agree. And on the similar line, the South Korean exchange Bithumb has blocked trading in 11 cryptocurrencies. So all these centralized cryptocurrencies which has to follow rules and regulations, so they have these things from regulators, and they want to make sure that they are not supporting any AML activities and things like that. So this is another example, guys. Bithumb has blocks about trading in 11 countries rather, right? And the last one I want to share, which is a very exciting news though, and controversial a little bit, which is that there's a treatment going on for the cryptocurrency addicts in Scotland. Is that true? Crypto trading, is it actually a disease that needs to be treated? And unfortunately, they treated this. So here is what it says: the treatment center for opening is Scottish border to treat people who are addicted to trading cryptocurrencies. How come is that a disease? So the medical facility already runs treatment programs for drug and alcohol addiction and hopes to treat people at trading cryptocurrencies with techniques developed for gambling addict. Okay, so here is my opinion on this. First of all, I really don't think this is an addiction or this is a disease. And secondly, I think there's a trading going on in share market and everywhere else, and so is crypto. But again, to say that yes, there might be few people like who are extremely addicted, who really having those 24/7 close eye on the market and trying to trade. Here is what I will say, and if there is someone like that who really thinks that, oh, I'm a crypto addict, there is something I came across today and which I want to share is it's a tweet by Khalisi ECEEC, and he's tweeted that times like this, when the market is down and we all need to take a step back and realize why we are all here, to come together and make this world a better place, to do what we must first understand what is it that we seek. So, and the reason I want to relate that with the trading, because the whole idea of cryptocurrencies is really something else, which is decentralizing the whole economy, being your own boss, and being your own bank, and also giving access to those millions of people around the world who will not have access to the banking system otherwise. So, and there is this interesting, if you click on the link here, which I'm going to share in the description below, it really comes out with some interesting questions about cryptocurrencies, that why was Bitcoin invented, what was the idea, how the regulations are going to work, and things like that. So for anyone who is like a crypto addict, and if he thinks that he is a crypto addict, not really someone else telling him that you've gone a crypto addict, right? If he's a crypto addict, he's making money, that's fine, there is nothing wrong with that. But if there is someone out there who's got a crypto addict and thinks like, oh, there should be a bigger purpose, I think this questionnaire, this form is really going to open up a lot of things for everyone. So definitely, I've tweeted this already on my Twitter handle. Definitely check this out if you have time. I think this got interesting set of questions. That's all I wanted to cover. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely leave your opinion in your comment box below, saying that what do you think, which side are you on? Do you think Bitcoin is going to zero, or there are only two possibilities? Remember, either Bitcoin is going to zero or either it's going to millions. So which one do you think it's going to us? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.